Coming up, we're going to be talking about Home Sweet Home Alone coming soon to Disney Plus, and the next Venom movie has been delayed again. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Thursday, it's time to jump into some of today's big Disney Plus news. So let's start off with the big one. Disney has officially confirmed a brand new Home Alone movie is going to be coming to Disney Plus on Friday, November the 12th, which is called Home Sweet Home Alone. The movie is about Max, who is a mischievous and resourceful young boy who's been left behind while his family is in Japan for the holidays. So when a married couple attempts to retrieve a priceless heirloom, set their sights on Max's family home, it's up to Max to protect it from the trespassers, and he will do whatever it takes to keep them out. Hilarious hijinks of epic proportions ensue, and despite the absolute chaos, Max comes to realise there really is no place like Home Sweet Home. Now obviously we've got very little to go on in terms of how this is going to go, but the fact that we're doing a new Home Alone movie, I mean, there's a lot of people questioning why they're doing it. You know, do we really need it? We've already had lots and lots of Home Alone sequels. Many of them are available on Disney Plus internationally, some of them aren't quite yet. But ultimately, I'm going to wait and see what the trailer's like, see what the movie's like. You know, they might be able to do something that's kind of fun. I mean, if they can kind of pull away from the main movie a little bit and kind of do something original, that could help. But if they just try and do a remake of that original movie, it is going to be a little bit weird, especially in a world with cell phones and, you know, basically kids being much more unprotected than they were back when Kevin McAllister was left when his family went away. But nevertheless, I'd love to know what you think of a brand new Home Alone movie coming soon to Disney Plus. Okay, let's now talk about a brand new documentary series which is going to be coming to Disney Plus on August the 18th called Growing Up Wild. We got the first new trailer. We also got some key art and loads of images from this documentary. There's going to be 6 episodes, all an hour apiece. The series is narrated by Blackish star Tracy Ellis Ross. Each hour-long episode is an intimate look into the birth of a different iconic animal. So we're going to be looking at grizzly bears, sea lions, elephants, African wild dogs, chimpanzees and lions. So all of these episodes will be dropping on the same day on August the 18th. I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit bad that the fact that they've only just released a trailer for this and it's coming out next week. You know, it hasn't really been a huge thing. I mean, generally with National Geographic shows, there's not as much interest as there is in, like, for example, like the Marvel or the Star Wars stuff. But it would have been nice to see this a little bit time ago. But now, you know, we know it's coming next week. So if you're liking the look of the trailer, you're definitely going to want to check that one out when it arrives on Disney Plus. And also you can just kind of cherry pick which episode you're interested in and what kind of animals and stuff. So that's always a cool thing. But let me know what you think of all of this in the comments below. It's also been confirmed this week by Deadline that ABC has passed on the pilot for Epic, which was going to be an anthology fairy tale story. They'd already filmed one episode of the pilot in Ireland, but they decided just not to go ahead with this one. It starred Sarah Hyland, that you know from Modern Family. This one's been rolling around for a while. It's been created by the creators of Once Upon a Time. There was a lot of expectation about this one. I think a lot of people kind of attached to the idea of what it was. There was a lot of hope as well that it might be kind of a Disney Plus series as well because of the connection with Disney characters. But it doesn't look like it's going forward. Now, that might necessarily be a bad thing. You know, maybe the pilot was just really bad and they just felt like, no, we're not wasting any more money on this. You know, we put a lot of effort into it. It's just not working. You know, maybe go away, rework it and stuff. You know, sometimes, you know, if they're passing over on a show like this, you know, there can be multiple reasons. It might just not have been good enough for ABC or for now, and therefore they kind of want to do it. Or it could be budgets or any number of different reasons. But doesn't necessarily mean that it was a bad reason why ABC passed on it. You know, there could always be those little issues, but we're never going to know that on there. And finally, Sony has blinked in the war of what's going on right now at the box office because they have delayed a number of movies this winter, including Venom, Let There Be Carnage. They've pushed it back another 3 weeks into October. This wasn't a huge surprise. I mean, this might have an effect on what other movies we've got, like the new Spider-Man movie. You know, with the Delta variant kind of causing all kinds of chaos and box office numbers still not kind of at the number where they want them to be. Maybe the extra 3 weeks will help. Ultimately, then that might delay when other things are coming out. But also, interestingly enough, with all the Sony movies, including like the Hotel Transylvania movie, that's also been pushed back. You know, eventually these movies could end up all on Disney Plus because Disney did make a deal with Sony to have access to select titles, and they're also going to have the pay 2 window for all movies from 2022. So if they push it back even further, it will come under that deal, and then they can either go to Hulu or Disney Plus or Freeform or wherever else they want to show them. But that's the key thing with these Sony movies. We've kind of got a little bit now of a connection with these ones. Not good to see it delayed. I'm expecting today we're going to have the quarterly financial results from Disney, so we're expecting some news there. So I'll be going through all of that tomorrow. But let me know what you think of Venom being pushed back and just a few weeks. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.